Hi, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to find your talent. So let's talk about talent, and I really wanted to talk about talent because I think that sometimes people find it difficult to really pinpoint what exactly their talent is. I have some tips that I'm hoping can help you figure out what exactly your talent is, and maybe you could start to find start the journey to find what it is that your talent is and have some fun along the way, because if it's not fun, why are we doing it? Number one, the first tip I would say is to try out as many different things as possible. Like I said in my previous video, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So you won't know if you like it or not, if you like a particular thing or activity or not, if you actually haven't tried it. And you know, sometimes we have this mentality that, ooh, so and so is not for me, or such and such is not for me, but you haven't even tried it. So how would you even know if you like it or not? It is my advice that you try out as many different things as possible. And I heard a quote recently. I heard this from Anthony O'Neill's channel. He was interviewing a lady, I'm not sure what her name is, but she was talking about how there is vulnerability in fun. There's vulnerability in trying out new things. Trying things out for the first time will definitely leave you feeling vulnerable, awkward, and all these other emotions that we always try to stay away from. But there is a benefit to it, because once you start getting used to it, it gets easier and you just kind of get into the flow of things. So take an opportunity to be vulnerable with yourself. Take the opportunity to try something new, try something different. Don't be held back by yourself, your self-doubt, or your comfort zone, or any kind of insecurities. Try out as many different things as possible. And I really do believe that there are lessons that you can learn as you're trying out different things that will apply to when you actually find what it is that you love and what you enjoy and what you are naturally good at. Number two, try things out objectively. And I say this because sometimes we find that when we want to try out something new, for example, if I tell my friends, hey guys, I'm going to try out hiking or bungee jumping or skating, maybe there are a few of them who will say yes, go for it, and somebody's gonna say, oh, you know, I tried this back in the day and this was my experience. And you might not know it, but certain things that people say gets registered into our subconscious, right? And when you're about to try out that activity, these thoughts and these comments and these statements that people have made, these perceptions that they have shared with us, comes out to play. Like when you're there about to try out something new, and then the words that they say just pop up in your mind, and you know, you kind of embody their experience without you even knowing it. So try, if you can, to try things out objectively. Don't think about what anybody else's experience is, and don't be fearful. Go in with a very objective and open mind, just curious to know what the end result will be. I think this will give you a much more genuine experience, just more fulfilling in general. That's just, I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but I think that you feel me. So the third tip that I would give is to try things out over a period of time. Don't just try it out once and then let go. There are some things that you do try once and you know for a fact, I'm never going back to this. But I do think that most of the time, there are things that we try out a few times and we realize that the challenge of continuing with these activities is not that we can't do it. It's because we are faced with certain insecurities, maybe emotional or mental, that present themselves at those kind of moments, because we are getting into a space where we're being more vulnerable, more open, maybe even much more than we expected ourselves to be. To give an example of this, I'm going to talk about my experience with kickboxing in 2018. In around 2018, I signed up for a kickboxing class. And during these classes, I was really excited to go to kickboxing because I really like it. And it looks fun to me. It looks fun when I see it on TV. It looks really intimidating, but it also looks really enjoyable for me. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to try it out. And then I did. I found a class and I went for a trial lesson. And then I went for a few more classes after that. During that time of going to kickboxing, I realized that I had a problem with physical contact with other people, because it's a very physical sport. When we had to simulate the combats or certain moves with other people, with a partner, male or female, I had a problem with touching people and them touching me in certain ways. And it was completely appropriate to the sport. It wasn't inappropriate at all, but I had a problem with it. And I had to take a step back and tell myself, Comfort, there's something deeper here. There's something much more serious that you need to deal with here. It's not about the sport. It is about you. It is about how you think and what you're feeling. You need to really deal with that. And I'm thankful for that experience, because if I had not had that experience, I would not have realized that I had that particular problem. Obviously, with that, I was able to begin to work on that. And I probably would not have known that if I had not tried that out. And to try that out for that much time, maybe if I had gone for the first class, I would have, just completely disregarded that issue as a smaller thing and say, oh, maybe it was just that one time. But I went for a couple of times and then I realized that was what the problem was. So do give yourself that time to figure out why you feel exposed, or why you feel what you feel during those classes, or during that trial session while you're trying out this new activity, or trying to figure out if this is your talent. Maybe I could be like a really good kickboxer. I could probably be like the first female something in the kickboxing world, but I'll never know because I didn't stick with it long enough. It could have been my talent. I'm probably like a really good fighter. We will never know, because your girl is too much of a coward. But once I figured out my stuff, I'm definitely going back, because I do enjoy kickboxing. So do that for yourself too, because you deserve to do the things that you love. You deserve to do things that you enjoy and bring happiness to your face and your heart. You deserve all those good things, guys. So definitely try out that. The next tip that I would like to talk about is that over time, as you are trying out all these many different things, and don't be shy to try out many different things. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't owe anybody loyalty to activities that are not bringing you joy or happiness. Feel free to try out as many different things as possible. Literally write down a list of every single activity you have ever thought is interesting and try them all out within your pocket, within reason, within your city. Try out every single thing. You don't owe nobody no explanation or loyalty to any activity that is not bringing you joy. It is your time, it is your life, your happiness and your joy, and finding out what's good about you and what you are good at is your responsibility. When you are trying out all these different activities, begin to identify the ones that you are good at. Identify the ones that you have natural abilities at. Also identify the ones that you enjoy working at to get better. A chapter in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fudge by Mark Manson, where he speaks about how he was really interested or gifted, I think, at music. And he decided to go to music school. After like being there for a bit, he began to find it difficult to attain the same level of mastery, if I can say, at what they were given in class, I guess. And there was a particular student who was really good at, who was just naturally gifted. And he spoke to him once and asked him, everything that I'm talking about is in the book, so I'm paraphrasing heavy. So he spoke to him and he said, dude, how are you so good at this? You know, I'm practicing day after day and I find it so difficult to get to the level that you're good at. And then the guy kind of gave him a response or a look that made him realize that this guy didn't see practice as practice. He saw it as just being. This is just who I am. I am the guy who wakes up, picks up the guitar and plays all day, every day. But for him, because he was not that naturally gifted, he found those hours and, you know, all the extra work that he was putting into getting good at this, at getting this music degree as practice, as hard work. And it was in that moment that he realized that, you know what, actually, maybe this music thing is not for me. Maybe I could do something else. Big ups to him for listening, being attentive, and realizing that there's a natural ability that goes with certain talents. And they are, you know, some people work harder at it than other people. People call it practice. I call it a way of life. So also try to identify those type of things when you are trying out these different activities or these different things that you do. There are people that just pick up a book and a pencil and they begin to draw in their free time. They just draw. Some of us can barely get through a stick figure without feeling like I have been given the hardest task in the whole world. So identify the things that you are good at. I'm also gonna mention that I would love to draw, but I'm not good at it. I'm really not good at it. And a friend of mine has said, Comfort, you could literally learn how to draw in 3 months. But the thing that came to my mind is, how much time am I gonna put into that, into practicing that? I don't wanna put in that much hard work into practicing to learn how to draw. I'm just gonna accept my fate and know that this is it. This is just what it is. And maybe when I'm older and I have more time, you know, in retirement days, I will have 3 months to practice 8 hours a day of drawing. But right now, a girl don't have time. Okay, cool. So guys, those are my tips for figuring out your talent. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section down below. And if you have any tips on how you think we could all figure out our talents, do let us know in the comment section down below. If you're new to this channel, here we talk about personal development, filmmaking, and marketing. Thank you for watching this video. Give the video a thumbs up and share this video. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.